Welcome to this channel. This channel is called Elysium Lysander, and today we'll be playing chess. I am an intermediate player, and this is a brand new account. I don't actually have ELO, I'm not sure why. But anyway, let's play the standard e4 move. Knight to f3. He's gonna play that. I'm gonna play the ponziani. So the ponziani, basically, it opens up the position by pushing this pawn. Now there's a line where the knight takes, and I just kick this knight out. Or you could go here, and I take back with the pawn. Now I have control of the center. He could take my knight, but then I likely just push and kick out his knight. Now I am down one pawn right now, but I would say I have a decent position. Now, there are many things that we could do here. First of all, we could attack this knight. Secondly, actually, we should probably keep that knight there. He doesn't have much to do. We're probably going to attack this knight, make it go back here, and then I'm going to develop. Yes. Doing this also opens up the file so I can castle and perhaps have some rook activation. And the funny thing about this line is, if he pushes this pawn, I have this check, and then he can't really go back here. So the ponziani is a really powerful opening. He is attacking my pawn now. I do want to keep it there, so I'm going to defend it. I could likely do this to pin it to the queen, to pin the knight to the queen. Usually during openings, I don't really think about what moves I should play. Very interesting move, attacking the pawn. I can push, or I can castles, or I can pin. Now, what should I do? I believe pinning would be the best move. So if he plays this, and I take, and he takes back, and I push. Yes. And if he takes the pawn first, I take the knight, queen takes, and then knight here. I could also pin the bishop with my queen. I see. So he takes. He's going to take here. Oh, I see. So now that he's opened up the position, I do not want to castle this side anymore. I could potentially take here with the threat of this and this, which I could do, or I could attack this pawn, which is somewhat weak right now. Or I could activate, put his knight back here. And then preparing to castle. Get my rook out. Or I could take the free pawn, or just take my pawn back. I think I'll take my pawn back, and then I'll threaten to take his knight, because the queen will be overloaded. I could just take the pawn here and then take his knight. I see he's going to check me, which I don't really understand because it seems like I can just take, which is what I'm going to do. I think he blundered here, and we like blunders. Well, interesting. So he does attack my knight here. There are a few options. We could check, forcing the king to move in one of these directions, but then my knight would still be hanging. Or we could retreat this and let him take our pawn and then castles. Yes, this seems like the correct move, because if he takes our pawn, we could castle and his king is in danger. So let's go here. Is that the Indonesian flag? That's interesting. I'll castle now. There aren't any knight threats. So we're in a castle and we might check him. I really like my position right now because knight on the rim is dim. His knight is just sitting there. I suppose he has some counterplay. I could go here, or I could check. Yes, I believe this works. This attacks the knight and prepares my rook for activation. Now he will get his queen up and try to go for something like this. Very interesting. He does protect his knight, which is good for him. I do think check is in order. Or I could do a preparatory move. Play this, looking to capture his pawn. Checks aren't always the best. So this is a dangerous move because this and this becomes hanging, but I'm going to play it anyway because I could come back anytime I want. And he couldn't really attack me because I have checks and I can get away with a lot of it. Ooh, I just realized this was hanging, but if rook here, then check. I see. He does go back here to threaten to take my knight. Actually, that does not threaten anything, because my rook's defended by the other rook, and my knight's defended by the bishop. So I could technically just take, which I am going to do, because that threatens to take the bishop, the rook, I mean. And then I have the threat of check here. So let's just do that. The rook only has a few safe squares. It's either this move or this move. If he goes down here, I can check here. And there are multiple dangerous checks. I'm going to check here. Oh, it seems I've miscalculated. Okay. So we should get ready to take this pawn. We could fork these two. Or we go here, attacking the knight. We are a little low on time though, so let's listen on the commentary and do more work. He could go here, but then I takes with check. Yes. And then I go here. And then I'm going to force the king out to here. What I do not want to do is let him go here. Therefore, I think the next best option is to bring my queen back down here. So he does have a few escape squares. There's this check. Oh, but I believe the better check is this, because check, and if he goes here, then I have this pinning the queen to the knight. I mean to the king, and if he goes here, then there should be all sorts of danger. He does go there, which is smart. Do I have other checks? I do not. Interesting. I can't check here because it's undefended. And I do have to watch out for back rank mate. I could go here though. Or maybe I could just be patient. I can't really find the winning move here, so I'm just gonna bring my queen closer to the action. And this also double defends the knight, so his queen cannot take anyway. This is good for me, because now I can pin his queen. He should resign here. Or he could try and win on time. I don't think anyone should resign, because your opponent may blunder, especially when they're low on time. But I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to takes. He has a few moves he could go. He'd go here, 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 and here. And I'm just going to pre-move this. Oh, I do not have pre-moves on. I should probably turn it on. I see. He does put his knight back, but I can just take the queen anyway. Now he has very limited squares he could go to. He can't go here. I see. He does go for the rook, but I could go here and everything's defended with a discovered check by the queen. His only move should be here. And there are many possibilities that I could do. But let's just try to get checkmate as soon as possible. I see. So if I do this, he could go here. But if I do this, then he could block. Interesting. I think the right move is to go here, then here, then here. I think that is mate. Because the knight is defended, he could only go here. Oh, it's not mate, because he can block with the knight, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'll take his knight. I just gotta make sure not to run out on time. I believe once he blocks with his knight, which I believe is his only move, then I take with check, and his only move is to go here, because this is blocked by the knight, and these are guarded by the queen. You go here, and then I can check here. That's perfect. And that will end today's video.